Hi guys. So let's talk about policies, okay? Now, if you're a lash artist, then we're all right on the same page. Let me tell you a couple of things. So at the beginning, when I started my lash business, I didn't have a policy. So basically, I just wanted to get as many clients as I could, trying to make like lash as much as I could. So I was not really strict with my policy. I mean, I didn't even have one, to be honest. So as time went by, I started realizing that I was getting more clientele. And of course, with that comes a lot of responsibility when it comes to your time and when it comes to your money, when it comes to how you're running your business. So if you are a part-time lash artist or a full-time lash artist, it is extremely important for you to have a policy. Let me tell you why. So let's say you are a part-time lash artist, right? You are basically working in the morning or whenever you're working, and then whatever days off you have or whenever you have some time, you lash. Now, let's say you don't have your policy set up yet. This precious time that you have, the leftover time that you have from, after working, if you have kids or if you don't, like if you have other responsibilities, now you are basically saving that spot for whoever your client is. So if you don't have a policy and let's say that client just doesn't want to show up or feels like there's no need for that person to be respectful of your time, guess what? Now you're going to be stuck with no client, no plans because you devoted that time for your lashes. And at the same time, you could have just be doing something else and you didn't just because you was waiting for a client. So then let's say as a part-timer, right, you get a girl that's gonna be running late. Now there is a small window. If you're working at night and you need to finish that girl and your next client at a certain time, you can't allow the girls to be coming to you at whatever time they want because now you're dragging your clientele. And not only that, but let's say you work at night. Now you're going to be in a rush. Now the time that you think you had for yourself is not going to be there. So you have to make sure that you always stay strict with your timing. And of course, with your policy. So as a full-time lash artist, I am a full-time lash artist. That is what my business is. It's so extremely important to have a policy. I had girls call saying, I'm going to be late. They didn't care. And if I was to say something, they don't care because they don't have that what is the word that I'm looking for? They don't have like the pressure, you know what I mean? They just basically like, okay, so what? Like, then I just don't go. I'll go somewhere else. The same thing happens when there's a no show, no call, And as a full-time lash artist, this is basically how you get paid. If you don't lash, you don't get paid. If you don't lash, you're not making any money. You're not paying your bills. There's nobody above you that's going to say, hey, here's some money. Literally nobody. So you have to always make sure you take care of yourself, okay? And policies are so perfect for every single business. Like, I wish I started it with my policies, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we all learn as we go. Now, I'm going to tell you how my policy is. If you can copy it if you want to, or you can make it your own, but this works so well, so perfect for me. So basically, no call, no show. I'm no longer taking you as a client. If you cancel within 48 hours, I will automatically charge your card because how do we know in those 48 hours I'm going to find somebody to cover your spot? I have a lot of clientele that book weeks before. So whoever was ready or wanted to book it on that day, on that time, and say, you know what, it's booked. Now it's not even thinking about going back to check if it's available. So you're losing that spot. Within 48 hours, that's what happens when you want to cancel, your appointment. If it's before those 48 hours and you want to switch it up, or if you want to, reschedule, that's completely fine. You just have to reschedule it and you'll lose your deposit, which is what comes after. Deposits. So what I do is I do $25 deposit if it's a refill, $50 deposit if it's a full set. The main reason why I do this is because if you are booking someone as a full set, it's a longer time. So I'm taking more space for you only. So let's say if you feel like not showing up, now I have a big gap that I'm not going to be able to fill up because you didn't show up or because you want to switch to your dates. You know what I mean? So that's why deposits for full sets are $50 and deposits for refills are $25. Again, it's up to you. You can make it 50, both of them. You can make both of them 25, up to you. I have a 15-minute late policy. So if my client is within 15 minutes, or I know her lashes and I'm like, you know what, it's fine, I'm completely okay. Like within those 15 minutes, I will be able to still finish, or not finish, but I'll still be able to complete most of your lashes. And every single one of my lash girls know that. If you're late, you're 15 minutes, that's 15 minutes that you're not going to get lashes. And they're okay with that, because you know the retention is good, so they still have lashes. They don't feel that feeling that, oh my god, you're not gonna be able to finish my lashes, they're gonna be empty. Like, it never looks like that. So make sure that you always have your deposits, your late fee, your late policy in your policy itself. Okay, it is extremely important for you to have that, because if that's your only income, you have to make sure that you start viewing policies. You can check my policy at lashesbykarlac, or you can check whoever. All lash artists have a policy. Like I said at the beginning, I didn't have one just because I wanted to just make it not comfortable, but like I just wanted to take everyone. To be honest, I just wanted to take everybody. And then once my schedule started getting tight, and I was like, whoa, like you're running late, that means I'm gonna be late for my next client and my next client and my client after that. When you put that pressure on them, that you say, you know what, if you're late more than 15 minutes, I'm not taking you. You're basically being strict with your business, and you're allowing your clientele to understand that you need to take me seriously. Take me seriously as your lash artist, and understand why I'm doing this. Like, I'm not doing this to make it personal or for you to take it personal, but I'm doing this because this is my only income. So if you don't show up to your appointment, nobody's going to replace that money for me. This is not a 9-to-5 where the company is going to pay me regardless if I'm standing at the register or if I'm talking to another employee. You know what I mean? So this is why it's really important for you to have your policy. If you have an app where they're going to be making appointments, make sure you write that there as well. Most of the apps have the option for you to write your policy and for them to check before they book it. So let's say if they didn't show up and you charge them and they say, why did they know? You can tell them, like, you checked on this section. That means you read my policy. Now, if you didn't read it and you only checked it, that's your problem. You know what I mean? But it's there to let them know. So that is why it's extremely important for you to have your policies. Make sure that you are aware that you need to put this out there, just so that new clients know that you are serious about your business. Your clientele, for now, they will respect it. And at the same time, you will be right on point when it comes to your clientele and your money as well. Bye.